everybody. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people. Featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society of Podcasting. Myself, Harvey, the ever-loving, ever-fresh AJ.
Hey, hey.
My heterosexual life mate, Dave.
Who is not here today.
Oh my God, I didn't realize how it's going to sound. We actually went forward with it. Yes, no, unfortunately, Mr. Dave is, well, not unfortunately for him, he is on a fishing expedition as we speak, and hopefully having, at the time of his life, he does this once a year. So good on him. So we are going to do the podcast this day without him. Party on, AJ.
Party on, Wayne. And Garth and whoever else.
Yeah, whoever else is there. Absolutely. So, yeah. So, when thinking about what we're going to talk about today, we were like, well, AJ was like, well, what can we talk about that Dave doesn't know much about? And the only thing I could think of was working in contact centers. So, we're going to talk about, which AJ and I have way too many years of experience.
Oh God,
and, multiple different types of contact and call centers.
Excuse me.
Yeah, indeed. And since neither of us are working one currently, we thought we'd speak a little bit about that nonsense and see where we go on this fun two-person journey. Right, Dave? Oh, no.
No,
Dave,
no.
It's not there.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man. All right. Yeah. So,
I mean.
Oh my God.
Aw. It's too bad Dave's not here.
It's too bad. So yeah.
Call centers.
Oh Lord.
I got a new toy.
God. Yeah, I'll say.
I got a new gadget and it's fun. So fuck you.
So when did you start working in call centers? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. I remember not the day I started working at a call center, but it was in St. Catharines.
Oh, good old St. Catharines.
When I first moved down to Southern Ontario. Uh-huh. Yeah, it was in St. Catharines. And
you moved from the big city of Kenora to the bigger city of St. Catharines.
Oh yeah, it was great. And it was an outbound call center for Verizon.
Okay.
I can't remember the company.
That it was actually.
Don't
worry about it. We'll just talk about what we did at those places. Exactly. That way we don't,
So yeah, well, I was selling Verizon.
Okay.
Or trying to and it wasn't even like cold calling people who didn't have Verizon.
Yeah.
It was calling customers, cold calling, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And then so the way it works down in the States is really weird with phone, at least at this point in time, with how phone areas worked. You could live next door to a guy and it would have to be a long distance phone call.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how shit worked down there, right? So you're calling your neighbor, talking to him for 20 minutes or whatever, and it's costing you a whole bunch of money. Mm-hmm. So we'd call up and be like, hey, we noticed that you've been spending X amount of dollars on your phone bill. Mm. Would you like to spend less amount of money on your phone bill?
Oh, right. That.
Fuck you.
That's
why are you calling me? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Don't you know having dinner? Sir, it's 9 o'clock at night. Shut up, you don't.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah. Exactly. So that's the fun that I had to endure.
Mm-hmm.
With my first time. With my first call center job. And from that day forward, I vowed never to work in an outbound call center.
And you never did?
No.
That's good.
No. What about you?
No, not outbound. I transferred from the glorious job of being a parking attendant to working at it was one of those third-party call centers that had numerous things, but the one project I was on was, I think, also Verizon, but it was their internet tech support.
Okay.
But this is at a time when people knew shit about anything tech.
Right.
And oh my God, I could just go after horror story after horror story of trying to set up people's internet. And it was all American, obviously, because it's not here in Canada.
So did you call people in like Florida?
No, they called me.
That?
But yes.
Did people from Florida call you and be like, I don't know how to get my gator ate my internet?
Yeah. We had that shit going all the time. And it was all over the country. And I remember one of the worst things was 25 minutes with this person who we were struggling for them to get the internet turned on, and we tried to solve a bunch of stuff within their software on the software end of things, and only to find out that they had never taken the modem out of the package.
Are you serious? They
kidding.
never took the modem out of the package.
Right. I was like, well, how did you think this is going to work?
That's ridiculous.
Well, someone told me all you have to do is put the modem in their closet and you'll get internet. I'm like, no, I don't. I mean, there's way more steps than that.
Yeah, but no. Like, you didn't think you had to plug it in?
It was nuts. I had another guy that I'm pretty sure was mentally unstable. There's a lot of really crazy ass stories from that, but ultimately it was a pretty good job for what it was. I think because I wasn't there that long. I was only there like 6 or 8 months. And my last day there, my boss was so cool. He for the last bit of my shift, he let me answer calls in whatever voices I wanted.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I did one like, as I was Batman. Because I was big back then.
Yeah, I'd like to help you. Yeah, I'd like to help you. Let me help you.
Yeah, it did lots of things. Yeah, it was really fun. And everyone laughed, and I guess other people picked up the phone, and it was a really good time. And then he let me off early and then took me out for pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a really cool boss. So then, I tripped off. And then when I came back, I worked a job, and then I ended up working in another call center. I think that was when you and I.
Oh, okay. That was at. I don't care. I'm gonna drop it. Sykes.
Oh wow!
Sykes.
Oh my God, that fucking place.
Fuck, man. I don't even like. I remember it, but I don't. I was probably high a lot.
You were high a lot.
I was probably high.
Yeah, I was only high. I think once, maybe twice in that place.
What?
Yeah, no joke. I didn't get high a lot.
Bummer.
Yeah, no. I got high a lot afterwards. But
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did a whole lot. But you know what's funny? You treat that place with respect, and I don't know why. Like it's really a joke. I don't know what it's like now, but back then it was a fucking.
Does it still exist?
Yeah. I think it still does. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they have multiple locations around the world.
Really?
I don't know if they have the Capital One.
Their MO was like, fire you before your 3 months was up.
Oh yeah,
unless you were like really good.
Yeah, you had to be
like, I don't know how. What's his name?
Excuse me,
Jeff Phillips.
Oh yeah,
remember him?
Yeah.
It was like Cowboy Hat Jeff. Yeah, good guy. I don't know how he ended up there for such a long time.
Oh,
like he just must be good.
Yeah,
at selling.
He
shit.
Probably He's got a bit of a soft personality. You know what I mean? Like nice and easy to talk to. So maybe I don't know. But
yeah, because I didn't call out a lot there or anything like that. I just didn't excel at my job.
Yeah, I hear that. So my time there, I was laid off twice inside a year and a half.
Yeah, because you were there after me. I stayed. I stayed and get rid of you.
No, they didn't. I came back, and then they had asked me and a bunch of others to do this Capital One contract where we were like senior advisors. And then the idea was to entice you to do the job. They were like, okay, it's going to be like 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And then they're like, is it going to be more paid? Like, well, maybe not right away, but we'll work on that later. And there was like they try to do like gift card incentives and shit like that. And it was a pretty brutal job. Like you're basically escalation for American Capital One card holders. Like it fucking sucked. But you know what it was, or what's what it was. However, very quickly the other shoe dropped. Like the 9 to 5 stopped, then and they increased the hours, and then it went like 7 days a week and all this sort of shit. And I was just like, fuck this.
I feel like if they gave us Windows, we might have excelled a bit more at our jobs. Like, it was terrible.
It was pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, that was not a fun
I guess
place to
was
work.
the training room was okay. Because there was that
Yeah, I
one room
guess
where
so.
all the trainees would start taking calls.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
get
remember
moved
that.
out to the floor
Right.
that had no windows. It
Like a cattle.
was just a maze
BB
of
cabs.
computers
Uh-huh.
and desks and
Old school fucking computers.
fuck, it was bad.
That was a really bad spot. And then, yeah, I remember one time a friend of mine gifted me a weed cookie.
Oh.
And this is well before legalization.
Oh,
This is
geez.
whatever, right? And this is actually, yeah. So, when I take an edible, it takes a while for them to hit me. Like, I don't just get like high half an hour, 45 minutes later. Sometimes it can take up to 3 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But once it does, it's a fun time. But, sometimes it just takes a while. And this was particularly a long while. And I was doing my job, and then just all of a sudden,
Donk. You hit the wall.
Oh, shit. And I was like, I'm working while I'm fucking baked, and it's just getting more and more baked as the minutes go. It's like, holy shit.
No.
It was
I can't even
pretty
remember the
intense.
type of call. Like, it was people that would call in to like pay their bills and shit, right?
Yeah.
Or like if they were like at a
Was-
hotel and their credit card didn't work for some reason or something.
No, that was when you worked at Starwood.
No, that was Starwood was
Oh, my bad. My
man, Starwood was weird. Starwood was interesting. It was it wasn't fun.
bad. No.
No. And you can only do so much, right? Like, so people, they'd call in, they'd go on the Sheridan website or the
Right.
Westin Hotel or W Hotel. It was Westin, W, Sheridan, a loft,
All the expensive ones.
all the higher.
the
So
higher,
I guess Sheridan would be your
The
lower end of all of those.
star. You cannot come here if you're a 4-star.
But yeah, so we'd make those reservations. But the worst ones were when people book with like Expedia or hotels.com and shit like that. We can't do anything. We can't do anything about those reservations. So if they want to call in and cancel or modify or change,
because
it or
they're
something
under
like
the third party. Right?
Yeah,
that makes
because
sense.
so basically what happens is Expedia rents a bunch of hotel rooms,
Right.
and then they're the ones who set them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was
That's
It was a
torturous. Yeah.
it was a headache.
You're constantly explaining. Like,
It was
no, don't call
it was
us.
just-
Call fucking Expedia.
It was just boring too. Like those would probably be the worst calls, the most escalated calls you would get,
Yeah.
right? Because or the ones that I'm calling before my, you can't charge me. I'm calling before my cancellation period or whatever. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
That was yesterday,
Yeah.
right? Oh, and woe is me.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just boring.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I rent this room? Yeah, okay, we don't have that. You want this? Okay. And then you take their credit card information and away you go.
That's it.
That's it.
No excitement.
No.
Mm.
It was
To
just
be fair, they're not really exciting jobs.
no.
They're really not.
No.
Even working. Did you work in any other ones, or was that your last one?
That was my last one. I vowed
So that was
after,
a while ago.
I vowed after that never to return. I worked there twice though.
Oh, okay.
I worked there twice though. The first time, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the first time I got, did I get fired or did I quit? Can't remember. The first time I quit, and then the second time I went back, and then I got let go because I wasn't. This is when I was having my hernia and my kidney stone problem and stuff like that. So I was over my 10-day call-in limit,
Gotcha.
and stuff like that. But yeah, so
Well, not like you cared.
no, not really.
No.
I just
Shitty job, man.
I feel for people in call centers. I definitely do. Like whenever I call like a call center or something like that, I'm never mean
right.
or angry. Like
Right.
I
It's
can't-
not their fault.
Like you're just doing your job, man.
Mhm.
You can only do so much, really.
Right.
And people don't seem to understand that.
Yeah.
People think that the person on the other end of the phone is the be all end all of what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's like a ladder. You kind of have to go through the first person you call, don't get mad at them.
Right.
They're just the gatekeeper. They're
Exactly. They're just doing their job.
They're just doing their job. They're just reading off a script, man.
Right.
But then, the supervisors and then that kind of Okay, yeah, maybe they can do something, but even their hands are tied to a degree.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
And they're all boxed into whatever corporate piece they're in, right? So
Yeah.
he's got to.
So
Yeah, you got to deal with.
if you want to get anything done, you write a nasty email to, Ted Rogers himself,
or tweet them.
Tweet him. That seems to work. Yeah,
works.
that seems to work nowadays.
That doesn't. That's always boded well for me.
But you've worked in more call centers, haven't you?
I have. Outside of, I don't think did I work anymore after Sykes. Outside of, the other one I know for sure that I can remember was, you know what? I did one stupid thing, for like 2 hours, and it was one of those jobs where you cold call.
Oh no!
Out of the phone book to sell what we were selling. Was it a vacuum cleaner? I think it was a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, you were a vacuum cleaner salesman
for like 2 hours. And I'm like,
dude, I remember it wasn't a call center job, but it's when I moved to, when my wife kicked me out, my ex-wife, when she kicked me out, and I got a place on 2nd Street. I was just trying to make more money, right? Like working at Tip Top part-time just wasn't doing it. Right?
I feel you.
So I needed to make some more money. So I went and I interviewed, quote unquote, for this job where it was like a door-to-door thing. And
shit. This is not a fucking
No. So the whole deal was, come and we'll pay you for your training and we'll buy you lunch or whatever. Like pizza or some shit, right? Yeah. So you go in and it's a bunch of like super young, not to say anything negative, but like super young Middle Eastern kids.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Like with the spiky hair and the fancy dress shirts and pants and it, right? And it was for it was a vacuum cleaner. It was like a vacuum. It was a vacuum cleaner, but it was also an air freshener thing, like an air freshener unit. And it was like this 3-in-1 vacuum cleaner, air freshener bong thing.
What the fuck?
It wasn't a bong, but I say it was a bong because you put water in it.
Okay.
And I guess that's how it would filter. Like that's your HEPA filter, like you'd have on a vacuum, right? Yeah. So just like a bong, all your nasties would get caught in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that. And I stayed until lunch and I left. And I did not go back. I was like, no, I'm out. Fuck this. And one of the main reasons I was like, fuck this, I'm out is because the thing was like $3,500.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna? And it was probably a commission based mainly thing. Like I didn't get to the end of it. I didn't get to the end of it, right? And yeah, so I fucked off. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. No. Yeah, I've had some pretty fucking shitty jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can go from call centers to just shitty jobs.
Sure.
Cause yeah, it's hard, man. When you're just trying to do, like I worked at the Green Earth warehouse.
Oh yeah,
for a stint. Yeah, for a stint down on just off of Bradley. Or just off of Bradley. It used to be there anyway. No Green Earth anymore. Green Earth doesn't exist.
No. What was it? Good spot?
No, it was terrible. It was horrible. What we were doing is that we were basically picking orders.
Oh.
And I wasn't even picking orders actually. There were sort of the pickers, but I was just muscle. Like loading shelves.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Stalkers.
Stuff like that. And then I had my hernia surgery. Was it hernia or gallbladder? No, I had my gallbladder surgery. Oh. And I went back on light duty, quote unquote. And light duty was shredding paper. It was shredding papers. And I'm like, can I sit down and do this? Like, this is kind of hard for me. I can't. No. Yeah. Like, no.
Fuck off.
You can't sit down. So I went for lunch. Didn't go back.
Fuck that.
I was like, fuck you. I'm not coming back here. I'm fucking
shredding paper. Why can't you sit down?
Right?
Oh, well, this would have been in the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was before the fucking now times, but that
before the now
never
times.
Happened.
But yeah, no. So
never happened.
There was that, and yeah, I'm trying to think of like I just had meh jobs
for sure.
Nothing that I've ever really cared to continue to do, I guess.
I said that about all my jobs. Yeah.
They've had a lot since I've moved down here.
Yeah.
Tip Top was okay.
Yeah, you like the
Selling. I like wearing suits.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
I just have a hard time selling things. I like because you just have to sell. Right. You can't really be picky about what you sell.
No.
But I was.
Oh boy.
Right. Because it's somebody come and be like, oh, I want to get a suit, but I've only got like $150. I'd be like, I could sell you this suit, but it's shit.
But that's not your job, right?
What
You're supposed to sell this shit for
I
$150.
can't get behind selling something I don't endorse.
I know.
Right?
I get it.
So
it's hard.
Oh fuck! I guess I didn't turn my phone on silent.
Oh my god! You crazy boy.
But yeah, so I did that.
Fuck, man.
You ever worked in a factory?
I've been to factories, but I've never worked in factories.
That sucks too.
Yeah, I did my dad's job for half a day.
Like take your kid to work day kind of thing.
Sort of.
Yeah.
And I will nope. I don't know how the fuck he did that for 30 years. He was an iron worker. He's a rod buster.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. So he was responsible for moving the steel and then tying it in place before they pour the concrete in. And yeah, that job fucking sucks.
Yeah, probably.
There's nothing fun about that job in my opinion, but whatever. But yeah, I've had a lot of shitty jobs. I started when I worked with the bank. I started in the shittiest job they have, which is credit card insurance.
Oh.
We all know that fun product. And yeah, that was really fucking hard. But
well, it's because you're basically trying to upsell it all the time.
Pretty much, yeah. Right? Your whole thing is an upsell,
yeah.
Right? But unfortunately, I was good at it. So, I did okay there. But every job there sucked. Like, except for maybe like the educator roles are kind of fun,
like training.
Yeah, but like other than that, like it was not a good time. Like it feels just like a giant lie. Like everyone acts like they're part of a team, but they're not.
Yeah,
you're in front of a computer all by yourself.
Yeah,
you're dealing with it. So, anyways,
Nikki worked at CAA for a while, and I could see that being somewhat a bit more rewarding.
Yeah, maybe
because you're helping people.
Yeah,
right. Like I'm sure you get some of those calls like, I need help. Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I bought this. I bought
For
that.
sure.
Yeah, but if you read your contract, it doesn't say you get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. But most of it was, I feel, was just like, oh, I'm stuck on the side of the road. Here's my number. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll get somebody out to you as soon as possible. And then you kind of feel a little like, oh, yeah, help somebody on the side of the road.
That's cool.
As opposed to, yeah, I helped. Dude, back to Starwood. There would be sometimes, and this was like in the system too. Some rooms at certain hotels you could rent for like 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So people would call. They'd be like, "Oh, I want to rent this room, and I want to rent it for X amount of hours." And you're thinking to yourself, like, are they shooting porn? Because usually it's by the hotel. And if you think about it, it's like, okay, if somebody has like a 5 or 6 hour layover.
Ew.
Right. Where's my thank you. I'll be here all week. But yeah, like somebody's got like a 4 hour layover, 5 hour layover, or something like that.
Yeah.
You rent it for a couple hours and you have a nap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
but no,
that's not
I don't know if that's what people were doing. I don't think that's what people.
Maybe 1% of people do that. Let's take it. 1%.
Well, because you think it's easy. You get the actors or actresses to fly in and from wherever, and it's right there, and you shoot, and then away you go.
Later. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that was kind of weird.
That's very weird.
At one point, I think the Disney properties were Sheridan.
Okay.
I don't know if they are anymore, but I think they were affiliated. I think it was like the Grand Floridian or some shit like that, which is on
that places
on Disney property.
All right,
it's a Disney World hotel.
Got you.
Resort place. Nobody ever booked fancy shit like that when I was there. No, it was always like, can I get a downtown Toronto?
Yeah,
I want to go to Niagara Falls. Me and the wife and the 7 kids want to go to Niagara Falls.
As all your customers?
Yeah,
one of them.
Yeah. I don't know Niagara Falls.
Same feeling like he was calling back.
Yeah, I don't remember any. Well, maybe there was some that wanted to. Oh, how much is a room at this resort? And you tell them, they'd be like, no. no thanks.
No.
Got anything cheaper? He'd be like, no, that's it, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, problem with working for a bank, it's not the worst job I've ever had, but you are selling shit that really nobody needs. Like sometimes you help people out, which is nice, but mostly it's, when I was there, you're selling products. And it's like, how do you justify $15 a month for a bank account?
I was paying $16 a month or something like that for my RBC account. Yes, RBC, I'm a name drop for my RBC account, and then I got hacked twice.
Damn it.
Yeah. What am I paying for?
I don't know. That's
and then,
like the
and then
greatest
nobody,
trick they ever
and
pulled.
then, and then nobody at those call centers can help you, right? You call them, I've been hacked. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna run this through
limited
security and
or
they
shut down your
stuff
stuff
like
and then go into investigation mode.
But
sure you
then you never hear anything about the investigation,
unless you see money in your account, like if you got hacked and robbed.
Well, not even. I got hacked and robbed, and we called, and they looked into it, and they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they reversed it.
Oh,
and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to investigate this," and then it happened again, and we're like, "This can't be on my end,
right?
This has to be a problem on your end,
right?
Like this has to be somebody's hacking into your because
AJ,
the first
you got to stop giving your fucking bank password. To your
yeah,
dealer.
right.
You got to stop doing that.
Well, no, the first time it happened, somebody somehow authorized a $500 or $5,000 overdraft.
Nice,
but to my knowledge, you can't do that without going in and signing papers and shit.
Yeah.
So it's got to be they hacked. They was hacked from their end, and whoever hacked it was able to fudge the number.
Right.
Was able to just you're approved. Good. Yeah. Okay. And then yeah. Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're
fuck
out of here.
You. Don't put up with
Went
that
to another
shit.
bank.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah, they're all the same though, unfortunately.
But again, you can't get mad at the person on the bottom rung of the ladder.
No,
right?
Of course not. Let's see. I've done odd jobs. I worked. What else have I done?
Did I ever tell you about the time talking about odd jobs? This was fun. Kinda, not really. This was back in the day, so I was probably about 16 or 17, maybe 16. And it was back in the day when you'd go into the job place.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the government had the job place.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where you'd go and they had the thing on the board. You'd pick up the little recipe card and be like, "Oh, there's a job." Blah blah blah. So there was a bunch with like odd jobs. Like people would just go in there and be like, "Oh, I need a day laborer or something like that."
Right.
So I did that, and I forgot that I had to go to the job. So the night before the job, I took acid.
Whoa.
I took some LSD.
Whoa.
And then I remembered, I think it was probably like 4 hours later. I was like, fuck, I got to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, dude.
And that was not fun because it had not worn off yet. And it was like manually, it was like shoveling gravel into this guy's driveway.
Jesus.
And doing like yard work and shit for him.
Oh my word.
It's not fun.
No. Oh, buddy.
No.
You learned that lesson quick.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I never did it on that kind of drug before, but yeah, I'm sure I've gone to work hungover.
Oh yeah,
right?
I think we all
so,
have.
No,
yeah.
I didn't really learn that lesson.
That's true. Fair enough.
I learned what not to take before the next day of work.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, call centers, I sound snobby, but I guess call centers and jobs with a uniform for some reason are not for me.
Okay.
Like, I appreciate the people who work at McDaniel's and Timmy Ho-Ho's and all those
but
places,
if it was all machines, would you care?
No.
Exactly.
But so I was made a, it was kind of a joke. Like I'll never work at a job that has a name tag and a hat that matches. Right. So like a Tim Hortons hat, Tim Hortons name tag or something like that. They gave me a name tag when I started at the museum, and I I don't wear it.
You're too cool for
No,
that
I'm
name
too cool.
tag.
Fuck you, name tag.
You know they do my current job? People, because we all have to wear a name tag, right? What they'll do is they'll turn it over so that way you see the back of the card. You can't see their name.
Oh, really?
I'm like, okay, you can do that. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine.
So you have to wear a name tag even though you're pushing carts.
Oh, well, no. Carts, no. But I'm wearing a high-vis vest, so it's obvious. Well, actually, you think it would be obvious, but there's a lot of clientele that comes and fucking looks like they're pushing carts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of them. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. Some from construction sites, but also just people.
Oh,
that just
fair
randomly
enough.
wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if they walk around that area because it's the highway.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of work
Yeah.
around there and shit. So, but yeah, it's kind of weird how they operate there. Whatever.
It's called.
It is. I've decided we're going to copyright this right here.
Your boss is going to listen to this.
This is my idea, by the way. So I told you this, and I'll just bring it up so that way it's on air. Whenever we decide to use some sort of big market superstore thing, fucking something like a Sam's Club or another big name store. By the way, Sam's Club is not a sponsor.
Sam's Cult?
Yeah. It's going to be called Cultco.
Cultco.
That's what our fictional.
It's going to
big
be.
box store
It's going to
will be
be a
called.
cult, but it's a cult. But not only is it a cult, it's a store where you get supplies for your cult.
For your cult, yeah, exactly.
Right,
Yeah,
so they have like
absolutely.
the Scientology section.
That's right.
And the Heaven's Gate
That's
section.
right, yeah.
All
Yeah.
your cult supplies.
Yeah. Westboro Baptist Church. Yeah, you got all of them. Yeah.
You get your Jonestown section, which is just Kool-Aid and
For
cyanide.
sure. Right next to Pepsi.
And Coke.
Because they got their cults.
Cult Coke.
Yeah, cult Coke. And yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I think that'd be hilarious.
I think that'd be a great idea for a property
It seems funny.
for some form of thing.
Yeah. It really, it is very much cult-like behavior happening in there. And, I said to a colleague, not that I'm complaining, but it does kind of astound me that every morning there is a lineup for people to go shopping here.
Really?
Every morning.
Really?
Sometimes 100 people or more.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
For what?
I don't know.
Do you have like door crasher sales?
No,
Or like,
no.
is there ever anything that like sells out right away?
No.
No, just people.
They just want to be there.
Zombies.
Mhm. And then
Do you ever see like the same people day in and day out?
Oh yeah, all the time. Usually 2-3 times a week.
I'm wondering if those are people who like own convenience stores.
Oh yes, there's a few of those. Absolutely, plenty of those.
Oh, yeah,
you know what?
I know the convenience store down by my place.
You realize that working there, that how many restaurants and stores and whatnot use Costco supplies to make their products.
Oh yeah, eh?
It's a lot, like a fucking lot.
I mean, there's
It's
certain
crazy.
things Costco has not bad.
Oh, it's not all of it's great. It's nothing. Nothing is wrong with anything that Costco has. It's just interesting. You'd think there'd be like suppliers from wherever, but that's not the case. I know there's lots of Asian places that get a lot of their supplies from Costco. You'd think they'd be getting them from Asian places,
right?
So
they're going to Costco to get their bok choy.
Yeah. Like shit, it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy.
So tell me this:
Yeah.
how many Costco hot dogs have you eaten
Oh.
since you've worked there?
Oh, you mean for like a promotion or just for?
Do you get like free lunch?
No.
Do you get a discount?
No, you don't. But it's
you
cheap
get a discount on
enough as
like
it is.
the $1.50 hot dog.
No,
You don't get it for like $1.25.
No, but then, no, you don't get any of that shit. In fact, the only thing you really get is a free membership, which is cool in and of itself.
That's it.
That's it.
You get a free membership.
Free membership.
So hold on. We're going to give you a free membership to the place that you probably don't want to come back to after you've been here for 6 to 9 hours.
Right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
I always hated that with like when you go to McDonald's and they fucked up your order or something like that. It's like, well, here, I'll give you a free hamburger. It's like, I don't want your food after you fucked up my food.
Yeah, I don't want.
It's like, I don't want you to fuck this
it up again.
too.
I know. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure. I've had that with Amazon too. It's like they send me something broken. They're like, we'll send the same thing. I'm like, and it's going to be broken again. Why?
You can try again, but it
ridiculous.
might be broken again.
Ridiculous. Anyways. Yeah. So, it's quite cultish behavior inside those places. So, and then the call worker said, yeah, it's an addiction. People are addicted to shopping there.
Apparently,
it's a thing.
That's insane.
It's a thing. Yeah.
Would you say that you just had a job doing online like customer service or like,
yeah?
Would you consider that to be like a call center of the now times?
Yeah. The one when I worked for that smaller company, no, like you're really just part of a small team trying to kind of help out where you can. It just so happens that you're handling the customer end of things from that job.
The reason why we're not talking about this company is because we still enjoy the
products. I very much love it.
We still enjoy their products. Very much
so. Yeah. We do not want to besmirch
No,
them.
we don't want to besmirch.
Yeah. And it's okay. It all worked out well. I got no hard feelings. But with the other one I did for the bank, yeah, very much so. But you could see how like it's quickly moving towards like an AI approach.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so imagine a team covering, I don't know, a weekly shift of, 6 a.m. till 12 a.m. You got like maybe 50 people, 60 people doing that. Okay, roughly. And they're all managing multiple things. You got your one program that is dealing with like Twitter, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. And then another one that's like emails and another one that's chat. And then everybody's alternating on those in some degrees. The reality is to interact with all three of them, you're really just using templates because how the fuck can you interact with these people without templates? You know what I mean? Like you can't be original that whole time.
Oh no, I get that when like you, I don't know if you've ever had to make a complaint to skip the dishes.
Yes,
like that.
I have done that. Yes,
and then the first thing that comes up is like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that."
Yeah,
it'll just be like, "My name's whatever." I'm sorry to hear about that, and it's a stock,
right? Exactly,
sort of response for the first little bit.
You're right. So, I mean, that job in a nutshell is very contact center-y based because everyone's working. It's the same thing. The only difference is it's better in the sense that you don't have to be as quiet because you're rarely talking on the phone.
Yeah, I guess.
So you can, say a little bit more, but it's a little bit more pressure for odd reasons that I can't really explain. Like it's, you're not really, your interactions are expected to be much more genuine, even though they don't give you the tools to be genuine.
Right.
That's, I guess, the best way to put it. So,
Rogers has like an AI.
Oh yeah,
right.
For sure.
When you go on and you have a problem or something like that, it tries to filter you through Anna first, and then it is just like, "What is your question? Yeah. My internet's not working. Oh, how can I help you?" I was like, "Let me talk to a fucking people."
Right.
So then you just end up calling anyway.
I love when you call Amazon and you have to call and you like speak to an operator. Well, tell me your problem first. I tell you the problem, then like, oh, this. I'm like, I'd like to speak to an operator. Then they put you through to one. Like, fuck off, man.
I was just push 0.
Yeah, that works.
I was trying to push 0.
0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah.
Did you ever work at a call center again? Or a contact center?
I don't know. Not, I guess depending on what for. I would never say never for anything because I'm not above any job as much as I'd like to be. I've been all over the map.
Would you try to be maybe more discerning as to
a
what?
A little bit, yeah. Like, well, I was the last place I worked at, I hunted for that job. I really wanted to work there.
At the bank? Oh, at
the small one. Yeah. So that was cool. And although it wasn't quite the job I wanted it to be, it was still it was a good gig.
Well, I mean, considering the package you got when you started,
I'm not complaining at all. No, they're
and they
wonderful.
Didn't make you give it back.
Oh, they couldn't anyway. But yeah, no, they didn't.
Well, I guess because it would
have
been like a health. It would have been a health.
Mm-hmm.
They would have just thrown it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yay me.
Yay you. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. And they were fun to work with for what they for the job it was. I mean, it's fucking great. Being high at work. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And you can,
and being knowingly
kind
high.
of can, yeah, you kind of can be.
Yeah, it's not like it's encouraged, but it's like we got to trust the products, right? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it is what it is.
Somebody writes in, and you're like, hold on a second.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it does that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
man,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
fuck. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to do something about that. Okay, we'll
sure.
hook you up, man.
They had a very primitive, or sorry, I should say primitive, a basic customer service. Like they didn't even have a phone number. You can call.
Oh, no?
No, you can only really reach by
I don't
email.
Like that. I don't like that.
I know. That's kind of.
I have PTSD.
But I
from
can
the
tell
toy.
you, they are very, very good at getting to you within their time frames.
Yeah.
Unless there's some sort of fucking crazy emergency going on, which when isn't there these days? And I know that we're looking into doing some sort of chat service, so hopefully they'll adopt that, and that'll be a bit better. It's a very small team.
Yeah.
It's a very small team for a product that's sold worldwide. It's very, very, very small.
Interesting.
It's it's really interesting, and the fact that it operates and runs as well as it does, like better than the bank that I worked at, I would say in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, and this is
because it makes sense though, because the with the bank you're just a number.
Yeah,
you're just an employee number.
You're so big that you're designing systems and policies around the group rather than the individual.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
So with you're able to. If it's a smaller team, right? But
yeah,
I don't think I ever would. I don't.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm not going to knowingly do it. Like for me, I'm at that point in life where it's like I gotta figure out how to monetize, the things that I'm interested in, rather than continue to do jobs I don't really want to do.
Yeah,
this other person, like I'm happy with the job that I have now, and those jobs all served a purpose, which is a-okay for what they did. Same with you, right? They were good for a time, but like ultimately, if you're not fucking doing what you love, then what are you doing? So trying to figure out what that is important to me, where I'm at right now. So
yeah, I've kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Come to acceptance with. I may not love certain things that I do, but at least it's in the field that I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I don't necessarily like being at a gig doing audio for 12 hours.
Sure.
Like, oh man. And it had nothing to do with who I was working with or who I was working for. It was just the situation was, we did Godrich Multicultural Festival.
Nice. Shout out to them.
On Sunday. Mm-hmm. And whatever could go wrong with the equipment did go wrong.
Damn it.
With the equipment.
Shit.
And it was just one of those fucking days where you're troubleshooting this or you're hurry up and waiting that and you have to also put on your customer service face because now the band that's trying to sound check and we're not getting any sound through the monitors is just sitting there waiting. Right, they're ready to go and you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Wow.
Yeah. It was So it can be hell. Right? Even though when the music's playing and everything sounds good, it's all good.
Yeah.
Right? It's all fun and good and yay.
Yeah. That's when you're invisible, that's when you're the best.
Apparently, yeah.
But you got to be able to make sure everything fucking works.
Yeah.
Right?
And then it's your fault. And
I know that, man.
Some of these groups, man, they can be very what's the word?
Finicky.
Yeah,
or temperamental,
diva-ish.
Yeah, dude, I could say that about preachers too, man.
Oh, really?
For fuck yeah, man. I've done a bunch of AV work for churches. We won't mention which ones, but churches, and one in particular. It was talked about all the time about shit needing to be upgraded. There was lots of problems, torn wires, and the soundboard was messed up. So it's like they need a new one. There were all these problems. Never got done, which is fine. And I remember multiple occasions when performance is going on, things are sorting out, or there's feedbacks in the mics. Mm-hmm. It's all these problems, and I'm getting like this from off the stage where they're looking at me. I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to do? Like, shit's fucked up, man. Like,
oh yeah. Well, not only that, too. It depends on what kind of mics you're using.
Yeah.
Right. And in a space like that, where it's meant to be echoey.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally, I mean.
Yep.
50 years ago, they didn't have mics for that kind of shit. You just
No.
had to use your voice.
Right.
So yeah, it can be pretty tricky.
It can be.
And usually the people who I found, and this is what I found working at the museum doing AV stuff, not a lot of people know how to speak into microphones properly.
That's true. That is very true. I think there's a lot of people that don't understand how
a lot of people
mic use.
Hold them down by their chest, or they'll hold it like a foot and a half from their face, and you're thinking like, it's a microphone, it'll do its job. No, they're not magic wands.
No, you gotta help it along there.
Yeah, right. You gotta use the tool properly for it to work.
It's to amplify your voice through the speaker, not through.
Like, I can throw a hammer at a nail.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean it's gonna fucking work.
Yeah. You might make a hole, but not the one you
I
wanted.
might hit it. It might go in, but
that's right.
But yeah, so
that's a great analogy, actually. Yes. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. So we're both doing jobs we still don't like to do, but at least we're more or less satisfied with what they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least you're kind of moving out and moving more into the direction of things you like to do, which is nice.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Oh, we're trying, I'm a guy. We're all trying. I got all those other shit or those jobs on the back burner that I'm doing. Just figuring it out.
Got to figure it out, man.
Figure it out. Right, Dave?
Right, Dave?
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
He understands.
Dave's not here, man.
No, Dave's not here.
This is Dave right now.
That's him.
That's Dave. Yeah.
He's getting ready to turn his turntables on.
Yeah. So.
All right, should we wrap it up now?
Yeah, maybe we should, because, without Dave, there's like 15 minutes less conversation. Apparently.
I think so. Apparently. All right.
Oh, we miss you, Dave.
We miss you, Dave.
This is weird.
This was weird.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try not to do this again.
No.
That seems really weird. But aside from that, you out there, what about your jobs? Did you work at a contact center, call center, whatever you call it? What are your stories from those places? We want to know. Let us know what other shitty jobs you had. Are they shitty as ours? Or are they, if I can't even talk about this other one, that'll be for another conversation. We've had lots and lots and lots of shitty jobs. So we want to hear about your stories and resonate with us. So please reach out to us in the comments and also on a Discord server, which I'm going to try to convince AJ to talk to me on gaming one time.
Oh,
we're going to figure that out, yeah.
Maybe we should just have a whole episode on
Discord.
How to use Discord.
Yeah, I love it. And if you like what we're doing here, we got ourselves a little Buy Me a Coffee link. So throw us $1 or $2 so that way we can, keep the lights on in the studio, as well as maybe buy some bubblies and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're out. We're out of bubbly.
We are out of bubbly.
We're completely out of bubbly.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're not feeling well in the mental department, we want to let you know you matter, not just to us, but to those around you. And it's important to talk about that stuff. So please, if you can't talk to anybody that's around you, we're going to have some links in our description so you can find any help that you might need.
I want to interject here and give a shout out to a good buddy of mine, Dale.
Okay.
Him and his daughter, unfortunately, just lost their wife and / mother.
I'm so sorry to hear
recently. Good friend, good woman, Michelle. She passed suddenly last week, and so they're on hard times right now emotionally. So hopefully, if they need help, they can reach out to somebody.
Absolutely,
and talk to them. I know I'm always here for my buddy Dale.
Yep.
So if he hears this, we love you, man.
Yeah.
And we wish good things.
And another thing, these are services we use ourselves. This isn't stuff that we just throw out there for the
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't say I've used the online service myself, but I know I've gone to counseling.
Yep,
I've had counseling before. There's nothing wrong with it, man.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Got to talk our shit out.
Yeah.
So please use those links down below to help yourself wherever you need to. But until next time, I've been Harvey.
I've been Dave.
That's the worst Dave impression fucking ever.
Yeah. Oy vey. There we go. That's better.
That was better. Yeah. There we go.
Thank you.
And that was AJ. And you just got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thanks so much for joining us. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Peace.
Bye now.